Welcome to the discussion for Chapter 6. So, Raskolnikov is not feeling well. He's starting to come down with something, as Nastasya is even kind of being like, are you sick? Like, she's noticing that he's sleeping a lot and he's having a hard time eating. He's having a hard time staying awake. But he eventually realizes, oh my gosh, it's really late and I have to do all these preparations if I'm going to take this opportunity to kill her. And so he goes through the motions of things that he has thought about and planned out weeks in advance. So he already has the needle and thread. He's already got that ready. He's already knows he's going to take strips of linen from an old piece of cloth that he has, and he's quickly doing all of these things that he already planned. And one of the biggest pieces of his plan was that he was going to just take the axe that he knows is in the kitchen, assuming that Nastasya is not going to be there. But he gets down there and he finds out that she is. And not only is she down there, but that she notices him. Like, it's weird to her because he's been sleeping all day, hasn't really touched his food, and then now here he's going out. But she did tell him to go out. So she just kind of like looks at him and he walks by and he's like, probably not the greatest thing in the world that I was just noticed leaving, but I can't think about that right now, because he's super frustrated that now he doesn't have the axe and that this is a perfect opportunity to kill her. And now what? Now this is just a squandered, like, and it's interesting. It talks about that he'd never, even though he had made all these plans and he knew, like, oh, I've got the needle and thread ready and this is what I'll do. I'll create a noose. Like, all these like little ingenious pieces, he never fully thought all of it through. And it said that if he had thought all of it through completely, he would have come to the conclusion that this is not going to work and it's ridiculous. But because he just had these like abstract, like, oh yeah, I'll just grab the axe, and never really thinking each piece to its full extent, he everything's abstract, and so he's just dealing with it in the moment. Like, it's like he's wondering, why did it not occur to me that it is possible that Nastasya would have been in the kitchen, or that I would get to that point and not be, somebody would see me and not, I wouldn't be able to take the axe. Like, he just is like, now he's just walking through the motions with these like ideas that he had kind of pieced together, and he's just going for it. And so he gets down to the bottom of the stairs and he by chance looks towards the porter's room and the door's open, and he's like, oh, the porter must be around here somewhere or else he wouldn't have left the door open. But he notices that under the bench there seems to be an axe, and he runs and grabs it and he's like, it is an axe. And so he's like, okay, or back to business, and he puts it in the little noose that he's created under his coat and he goes on his way. And he just has this like series of fortuitous events, whereas he gets towards her building, there's suddenly this big hay cart, and he just kind of like walks behind the hay cart so that nobody sees him enter, and he quickly gets into the staircase. And he notices on the way up the staircase that the apartment directly below the pawnbroker is also empty, that there's a note on the door basically saying like that nobody's home, they're away. And he's like, wow, not only is the apartment on the same floor as her empty, the one underneath, and it's like there's some painters down on the first floor, but they didn't really notice him. And he's like, well, they're a few floors away from her, so he doesn't think that they're going to hear anything. He gets up to the top of the stairs and he rings the doorbell, and he's like worried that he's going to look like agitated and pale and whatever. So he's trying to like slow his breathing. He's trying to calm down. He can hear her on the other side of the door. She's listening. He's like, yeah, she's alone. She's probably like not really anxious to open up the door because she probably is a little distrustful. She always acts a little sketchy anytime I've been here, and that's just her nature. And he's like, maybe I'll get all the way to this point and she'll never even open the door. So when he can tell that she's on the other side of the door, he's like, okay, calm breathing, just kind of like make noise like normal. Like, I'm not out here trying to be sneaky, and I'll ring the doorbell one more time and just make it seem like super casual, like not like ring, 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 just like, quick ring and like, hey, one more time, I'm trying to ring the doorbell. And the last thing that we read is that he hears the latch in the door, which means she's opening up the door. And so now he has gotten all the way there undetected, has the axe, is going to get into her room. And will he have the nerve to complete his mission, or will he, just come to the final conclusion like, this is ridiculous? Like, he keeps coming to the conclusion, even after the last time when he made his dry run, like, I would never do that. Like, why do I think that I would do that? And so now here we are. We're to the point where either he's going to like come to his senses and leave, or he's actually going to go through with it. So we're going to find out in the next chapter, chapter 7, which is the last chapter to part 1, and we'll find out what he decides to do.